Who is this slender man looking sociopath who's in charge of Bluelock? Is he Noel Noa's ex-boyfriend? Is he Isagi's greatest fangirl? Or more likely yet, is he a former Japan international player? All of these are probably true, especially the first one, like, you guys not feeling the tension in this panel. But why does this crazy football fan get to be in charge of such a massive project like Bluelock? Let me know your theories in the comments and what you think of mine. And be sure to watch the entire video as there's a crazy theory at the end where Ego isn't a footballer. So the first big question around Ego is, what is this generational beef he has with Noa? They look at each other as if they hate each other, like they've known each other their entire life. Well, maybe they have, as in a recent chapter in the Bluelock manga, it is revealed to us that they are rivals. Much like Rin and Isagi, they're footballing rivals. However, how is the best player on the planet rivals with Ego, a man who doesn't even play football anymore? And furthermore, both have different nationalities. How would they have ever met? Well, to that first point, I believe that obviously they met through football. To become rivals, Ego must have shown impressive talent to make Noa consider him as a rival. Because of this, I believe they both met each other early in their career. But why doesn't Ego still play? That's simple. As I stated in my last Bluelock theory video, Ego was injured at a young age, around the under 20 squad age. This is due to no one in Bluelock recognising him. So how could he have played longer to become this famous player? He didn't. Whilst on the topic of the U20 squad, I think that's where Ego and Noa met. As they're both from different nationalities, I believe that France and Japan's U20 squads played against each other, and that's where the rivalry began. With potentially Ego injuring himself in that game, causing the hate for Noa, which in turn may have led him to create Bluelock. This is because he hated Noa so much and wanted Japan to beat him, he decided to create a striker better than him. If you think that's a stretch, then look at the wildcard in Bluelock. This was also discussed in my last theory video if you wanted to check it out. But the wildcard was meant to create an exact copy of Noa, as Kunigami, while still an awful player in the manga, has a very similar playstyle to Noa. This leads me on to the second point of this theory about Ego being an Isagi fangirl. As I just mentioned, Bluelock has one aim, to create the best striker in the world, and Ego believes that the only way to do that is by being as egotistical as possible, forcing yourself to become better every match. And his methods are working. Isagi went from getting dog walked by Naruhito to making Chris Prince his little good boy. But enough of the Isagi meat riding, that's for Jinpachi Ego to do. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to say a huge thank you for all the support on my channel. 2 days ago I had 27 subscribers, but as I'm writing this on February 18th, I have 277 subscribers and a video that currently has 26k views after 2 days of being up. Like, I'm genuinely starstruck. So thank you so much. So if you want to continue supporting my channel, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Like, even my inspiration for making all this content, Natsu, commented saying he liked it, so I can't thank you enough. Sorry for getting all emotional, now back to the theory. As we know, Isagi was handpicked by Ego to join the Bluelock scheme. Now why was this? I believe it's because Isagi is a reflection of Ego, as this was pointed out to me in the comments of my last video. Ego seems to have a special liking to Isagi, and whilst yes, he's the main character, that's always going to happen, but let's look past that for a moment. Maybe he's taken this special liking to him due to having a very similar playstyle to Ego's past self, which tells us that Ego was a very intelligent player who used movement and his drive to win to score goals. As well as this, look at the way Ego and Isagi are portrayed in the manga. They are seen as the protagonist and his master. However, to everyone else, Isagi and Ego are portrayed as villains. Isagi being the villain to everyone in Bluelock at the moment, as he's just earned the nickname the Demon King after he just made bitch boy Ness pass him the ball. And look at the way Ego is shown in both the anime and manga. Like, does this guy look like a good guy to you? No, he looks like he should be in prison for kidnapping children. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that Isagi is Ego's former self from his playing days. Which is what actually gives us an insight into what his true motivations are behind Bluelock. Maybe it was never to make the best striker in the world. Maybe he handpicked Isagi because he wanted Isagi to become the best striker in the world. Yeah, I know it sounds like some Gojo Ghetto speech. Are you the best striker because you're Isagi, or are you Isagi because you're the best striker? So that's his backstory done. But what makes him believe so heavily in the egoist mentality? Was he bullied as a child because of his bowl cut, making him so angry he decided ego is the only way? It's unlikely. My theory is that at some point in the near future, as the manga has just completed the NEL, we're likely to get a few backstories with everyone interested in Ego's backstory. So linking to my other point, due to all the parallels between Ego and Isagi, maybe they have a similar backstory. such as Ego's coach forcing him to pass in a U20 game against Noah, but his teammate missed, and as a result of this, France won the game. This could have caused Ego to snap, as he doesn't seem like the most mentally stable character, forcing his true egoist nature to cause him to develop Bluelock in the future. This theory could also explain why Isagi was hand-picked, as if Ego was watching the opening match of the anime, which is possible as it was in a stadium and being broadcast, as Kira did an interview at the end. Maybe the scene of Isagi passing and the guy missing triggered that memory for Ego, which is what made him invite Isagi in the first place. My final point is a very random one, and does make some sense. It's only a quick one, so you may as well watch. Ego is actually a psychiatrist. Yes, I know it sounds stupid and mental, and it definitely isn't true, but it's fun to speculate about it. The reason for this theory is due to his vast knowledge on the human brain, as it's shown throughout Bluelock. It's shown with things like the flow state chart and why he's so obsessed with people's mentalities. As well as this, he also knew of Yukimiya's blindness, which could be due to a medical background, using his connections to find this out. Or he could have known because Yukimiya wears a VR headset every time he plays football. Yeah, it's not the most likely Bluelock theory here, but it's still fun to think about, like Ego in some long ass white coat. And also, I don't know if this is offensive, but he kind of looks like a doctor. I don't know why, he just gives doctor vibes. Anyway, that's the story of Jinpachi Ego. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave your theories by commenting down below. And whilst you're there, you may as well like and subscribe, as it really helps push my video out for more people to see and boost the YouTube algorithm. Look out for more videos from me, like every match in Bluelock ranked, in the future.